Gratitude has always felt like a shopping list of to-dos for me. At one point, I'd feel like I was performing gratitude, like I'd have to create a list of people that I felt I was indebted to or who I'm grateful for, situations that brought me from the past, and after that, I'd feel lonely yet miserable from where I started with this whole thing. So instead of me talking about the 5 things you should be grateful for, let's talk about where gratitude fuels inside of you, using me for an example. So how I pinpointed my gratitude inside of me goes something like this. I've started to see this more as a give and receive, and being in that genuine connection, that safety place, knowing that this thing is true and real to me. Like when I think about my friends or I go for a walk, being by the ocean, these aren't moments where I start generating these stupid lists, these appreciation lists. I know this as reminders and tiny proofs that I'm not completely on my own. And for me, that opposite, or rather the opposite of gratitude, is loneliness. Like, I feel like I had to hold everything in me and no one's really there for me. So you see, I'm not tricking myself into creating these lists, knowing that these don't work anymore for me. They may work for some, but not in my case, where I have to be like appreciative of who I'm going back to these lists. No. It's in that moment where I get to feel that I'm freaking uncomfortable as fuck inside of me, lonely as fuck inside of me, and yet understanding, hearing that deep inner wisdom voice in the corner that's telling me to reach out to a friend, someone that I know has held space for me, that I can voice myself, because I'm not so sure what that genuine connection within myself truly feels like. And I know that in that split second, that growth, change, subtle realizations, even integration will have its own space to flourish. And being that is freaking terrifying, since in the past I'd force myself to be grateful for every situation. And with this unfamiliar feeling that's brought in front of me, I do question this genuine connection. Let's say, for an example, with a friend that I was about to reach out to, I will question this. Is this shit a hell yes or a hell no? Meaning, is this genuine connection, is this for real or not? Does this person, this space, this version of me, am I going to expand my body and invite this honesty in this space? Or am I going to feel that small, over-functioning abandonment, what I'm used to feeling? So sure enough, I remember when I went in, connecting with my friend, immediately my body softened, it relaxed. I'm not fighting this. I can feel that ventral vagal part of the parasympathetic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, that is. That's when I know that I can be me. I can feel that regulation and safety in my own skin. Like, judgment isn't going to pass down, or I'm not going to be interrupted, since there was space enough for me to breathe and feel through this while I'm voicing myself to my friend. Because when you're in that space, you're allowed to not be perfect. You're not bracing for an attack. You're simply allowed to exist in this space. And it's not after that conversation with my friend that a couple days later, this rush of expansion, this integration, simmering of the ingredients in me, of feeling that natural appreciation and gratitude for that interaction had in different areas of my life, who I've come across and had the honor to meet and grow with. This wasn't some type of bullshit revisit of my I should be grateful for my ex or this romantic relationship. No, I'm not checking boxes. My body doesn't know what boxes are. It only knows that moment and the feeling. In that genuine connection, I've started to cultivate as a North Star because of that genuine connection with my friend. So the more I pay attention, the more I notice the connections that I feel like this is a freaking hell yes, are the ones that will give me that give and receive feeling that I mentioned earlier. So for me, those moments usually have the three deeps, I call it: the deep honesty, deep connection, and deep safety within myself. And when those three are present, that's where gratitude can start feel like that integration, that simmering of the ingredients of the cake that you're making inside of you. We're not performing gratitude, we're just here with the body recognizing what is happening inside of us, because this is the place where I'm allowed to be a full person. So whenever I talk about gratitude now, I'm thinking about those small nervous system level detail moments that brings me to I'm allowed to be real in this space. I get to feel that ventral vagal inside of me. And that may look like a friend listening to you. It may look like a walk where your shoulders are dropped down, you're observing, you're feeling the environment inside of you. And it may be a space where you don't have to explain why you're tired. You're just there tired. So if gratitude has felt like gaslighting for you, like one more way to ignore what hurts or even what helps, maybe the starting point isn't a list. Maybe it's just asking, where do I feel this inside of me? Maybe it's just asking, where do I feel this 1% of spaciousness inside of me? How would I define gratitude my own way? And that may be where your version of gratitude lives inside of you, even if you don't have words for it. So if you want to name one of those places in the comments, I'd love to witness it with you. Thank you for watching and sitting with me with this inquiry, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.